Hi, a massive welcome to Steve's Kitchen. Today we're making mushy pea cupcakes. You did hear me right. Now, this was a winner of the cake making competition on my channel recently. Anna, well done. It's a fantastic recipe. It was inspired by the edamame peas that she's had in Japan before that are used for sweet recipes. Now just come over here and take a look at what we're making. Doesn't that look absolutely fantastic? So I hope you're going to give this a try at home. Come on, let's get on and make mushy pea cupcakes. Now you've had carrot cake and pumpkin bread on the channel before, so trust me, this is going to taste great. Here we are using mushy peas and we've got a 300 grams, that's about 10 ounces. I'm not going to be using that just yet. We're starting with our pound cake recipe. I've got 150 grams, that's about 5 ounces of softened butter in a bowl, 150 grams, exactly the same amount of white sugar, 5 ounces in there. And I'm just going to use a wooden spoon and I'm just going to cream that together. So there we have the wonderful creamy sugar. Into that I'm going to add 3 eggs, which again is approximately 150 grams or 5 ounces of eggs. Now let's just mix the eggs and the batter together. Now I quite often like to turn over to a whisk here and just whisk this together. Now you might find that it splits a little bit. That is quite all right. The flour will draw this together. That's what we're looking for, a nice smooth batter like that. And next, self-raising flour, the same amount again, 150 grams, 5 ounces. If you can't get self-raising, use all-purpose with baking powder. About a teaspoon would do. I'm just going to pop that in there now. And we're just going to mix this together and get a wonderful cake batter. Okay, now the mushy peas. I am deviating a little bit from Anna's recipe. I'm going to blitz these together. I'm not going to melt the white chocolate in because I want my chocolate chips to be texture inside the cupcakes. Now, as they are, those mushy peas, they're a little bit too coarse. So pop them into some sort of container. Either mash them with a regular potato masher. I'm just going to use a blitzer and blitz these to a paste. So the peas are lovely and pureed there now. I just want to do, as Anna did, add a little sweetness. I'm going to put a teaspoon of golden syrup in with the peas. Now you could use honey if you like, but it just adds some sweetness where we're adding the savoury. Give that one final mix through. And then our pea mixture is going to go in with our cake batter. This beautiful green colour. And 100 grams, 3.5 ounces of white chocolate chips. Pop those in there as well. Give this one last mix through. And there we have this wonderful light green cake batter, which we're going to turn into cupcakes today. Let's get our oven on 180 degrees Celsius, that's 350 Fahrenheit. I've got some little muffin tins here, which I put some silicone liners in. You could use paper liners, or if your muffin tin is good enough, you can just put it straight in the tin. What I'm going to do, I've got a little scoop here, and I'm going to take some batter and pop it into each of my little muffin tins or muffin trays like this. So I've filled those up to 3/4 full. As you can see, they're going to rise in the oven. We're going to pop them in that oven there for about 10 to 12 minutes. And when they're ready, you should be able to push down in the middle and they'll just spring back. Now there they are out of the oven, and if you just give them a little push in the middle, you'll feel they spring back on you. Now we need to let those cool down a little bit while I make a topping to go on these just to set them off. After all, this is a prize-winning cake. So we're just taking a little bit of fondant now, rolling them up into some little garden peas. I want 3 of these because I'm going to make one of these little pea pods here. So you see my little garden peas there, and I've put a smiley face. What I've done is used a little nozzle here and just poked it in the front there to get the smiley face. Now you could put some black piping just to make the eyes, or you could take a toothpick and just make a couple of eyes like so. I hope you can see that clearly. So the next thing I've done is taken another piece of fondant. I'm not rolling it out, I'm actually using a smoother just to get the thickness that I want. And then with a little roller, I'm just going to cut a leaf shape out. Then I pop my 3 garden peas in the middle there. And then what you want to do is just pull this up. I'm going to squeeze off the end to get like the end of a garden pea. And I'll do the same the other end, and I'll just tidy them up until I get this sort of effect here. So I'm going to leave one edge a little bit open like that. Now they have cooled down, and I put a little cream cheese frosting on there and my little pea characters. That was a little extra work, but they work out just as good plain like this. I'm going to pop that one out of there and break that in half, and you'll see that is quite a moist cake inside. It's absolutely delicious, the little white chocolate chips. Let's give this a try. Oh, I absolutely love it. I think it's a really unusual cake from a very creative mind. So I thank Anna for giving me that recipe to try and sharing with everybody out there. If you've enjoyed this, and if you do give it a try, comment down below. If you've enjoyed it, please give the thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Be good. Now, the cake competition was a lot of fun, and I want to thank everyone for participating in it. There are other competitions running at the moment on Steve's Kitchen, so check those out. There are some links here to some other videos. Thank you, every one of you. This is a really unusual recipe. Be good, comments down below, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.